Okay, so I have a confession to make. I am really not a huge fan of can lights. I know they have their uses and I know people use them all over the place, but to me they just end up looking like little eyes in the ceilings. In particular, in lower ceilings, they end up being like these spotlights just kind of shining on your head. So I'm mentioning this because I just had a walkthrough with the contractor over at the shotgun project, and since we didn't really lay out a lot of the lighting in huge detail, he put in a lot of cans. So we had a conversation about other lighting ideas, and spoiler alert, it's not cans. So I'll also show you some great pairings of mirrors and different sconce options that I'm going to show to the client to try to get her temperature on what kind of design and aesthetic she wants in her bathroom. And that'll also kind of give me a guide on some other things in the house as well. And we also started on a new project that's a little bit different from a lot of the residential stuff we've been showing. And that is that we're laying out a medical clinic, which it's always fun for me to lay out some spaces that get public use as well. Malina and I are going through some things, and you'll hear us talk a lot about ADA, which is the Handicap Accessibility Code, which is really important to make sure that all users have equal access to the space. And then finally, we go out to Delta. Lucy. So finally, we go out to Delta Carpet to help out the yacht club and help them pick out some new carpet for their space. And you can see some of the frustrations I have in looking at commercial carpet when everything is going much more resimercial than it is commercial. So resimercial is a blend between residential and commercial, and people are really wanting to see their workspaces feel more like their homes than an actual office space. So thanks for watching, y'all. Please like and subscribe. I remember when I used to watch these YouTube videos and I wouldn't hit like and I wouldn't hit subscribe, and now that I'm doing it, I understand how important that is to actually keep these channels going and help with the YouTube algorithms. So would really appreciate it. And also, I know there's been some frustration for people who are watching that we are going really slowly through these projects and y'all want to see the final reveals, which I totally understand. And unfortunately, this is not HDTV, and we're doing this all in real time, and you can see what it takes, and hopefully you can pick up little ideas here and there. But I do hope in the end we can piece back together some of these episodes so that you kind of see the whole thing come together. But keep watching, because there's always going to be bits and pieces that you can take from each episode. Thanks so much.
Where's the return air go?
I still need to find one of that.
I do have to flush now. Are y'all still putting the window in?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
It might be ready tomorrow.
Oh, cool. It's not working.
It's not going to work.
And I'm gonna do a flush now here too.
All right, so over at the shotgun, and we just had a good meeting with the contractor, Peter from Scenic Builders. And I'm just gonna walk you through a little bit about some final decisions we made real quick. As we went through things in the meeting, so everything is looking so great. It's so much more wide open, which is exactly what we were going for. Makes such a difference to get the architecture right, bring these openings up, get them all in line. So this is going to be kind of the formal living room. This is going to remain the dining room. And now you can see this was all walled in, and you can see what a difference it makes with these two cased openings on either side to create this great little hall area through here. And then we've got bedroom on this side. We've got a bedroom on that side. And then we have this shared bathroom on the way. And you can see most of it's been gutted. We're going to have the vanity sink here. And then we're going to put a wall here. Although we just realized a mistake in that this window is right where the wall needs to be. So we were bringing it all the way up. We're going to have to make that window open.
Oh. Okay. When did that happen?
It's on the plans, but the window wasn't on the plans. So you'll have to give Peg your price and decide she wants to move that guy over so it is centered on the tub.
Okay.
And then I thought we were leaving this tub, but we're thinking maybe it'd be cool to put a freestanding tub right here and bring plumbing up from the floor. And then of course this is the shower. We've got some great tile from Waterworks going there. Yeah, I think we should try to refinish this, and obviously this will get tiled.
Yeah, I don't know if this is just like old paint or something. That's like a...
It looks like old paint.
You know, I think floors like this in a bathroom end up looking really, like it really warms the space up.
Yeah.
We talked about all the finishes for all this on one of the episodes that y'all can look back on. And then this is the other bedroom, which looks great. And then on this side, as we're coming back through, this is the kitchen, and we're gonna have a little small island right here. And there was a window here, but we're gonna put our stove here, and then we're gonna put 2 windows here to really bring some nice light in here. Countertop, and then this is gonna be all built-in pantry with the refrigerator and freezer. What are we doing for lighting here? I don't recall.
Well, there was no plan.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
So we just added 4 can lights, and you're gonna have, well, you've got that hood right there.
Right.
So in terms of what we're doing with like the hood light, that might need to bump out a little bit.
Yeah, the hood's gonna have to go up.
Yeah, and we actually talked about that, so we'll probably have to move this.
And then we'll have one trained in the bottom.
Yeah, one, chose 2, right, somewhere.
Here.
Yeah, so if we didn't know.
Yeah, I love those too. Can we do that?
Yeah, we'll just have to like kind of get rid of this and add 2 more, but
Yeah.
we can do it for sure.
Okay, that would be great. And then this is going to be a little den, sitting room. And again, just in good old shotgun style, we've got all the openings from the front to the back aligning. We'll come back through here. There's going to be some pretty French doors here. This is our little powder room. It's going to get the fun tile and sink. And French doors here. And then the contractor had framed in for cans, but I don't love cans. I just think particularly there that cans can be like such in your face. It's
Yeah.
one thing when they're way up high.
Mhm.
I think it would be prettier to do like a decorative flush mount in here.
That's fine.
Okay.
Totally fine.
So we're going to switch these out to some flush mount fixtures where it's low. I really don't like using cans when it's kind of right on top of you because it's like this glaring light kind of in your face. So then you'll come through this door, and this will be the master, which feels good. Add one more window there to kind of make it symmetrical. This is going to be the big, a good size walk-in closet, which feels really good here. And then this is going to be the master bath, which is also feeling really good. This is going to be a big walk-in shower. The toilet's going to be here. And then we've got the sink here. So I have been working on the master bathroom for the shotgun. In the elevations, we designed this vanity cabinet, which has these pretty inset doors with a bead detail, and then this thick marble apron, and then a hefty 9.5-inch backsplash with 2 wall-mounted faucets. There's the idea of the countertop. Here's our faucet, and then here's our pretty beaded detail. The floor we're going to do is this pretty white gray, and it's got a tiny bit of cream in it. And then this is our shower fixture, and the shower is going to be enclosed in glass. So it should be pretty. So kind of some basic looks, and I don't have really any ideas as to color or what the client really wants. So I thought a good place to start was to start thinking about what these mirror and sconce combinations are. So I'm meeting with her tomorrow, and I was thinking of some different ideas of what I could do for that. And I'm putting together some different pairs, but certainly you could mix and match. And I also want to keep costs down, so nothing too crazy. So here we are. This is a beautiful cane and rattan mirror from Pottery Barn, and these are some sconces by Thomas O'Brien that you can get at Circa. Again, here it is. This is an unlacquered brass, which is going to tarnish a bit over time, and so you can see I'm picking up that finish here, but then bringing in some more warmth, right? Because we've got the unlacquered brass. Then this goes to the same idea, just changing out the mirror with one from Anthropologie. This is the Sutton mirror from Anthropologie. And then going to something which is a bit more modern, again, kind of moving through rattan options. This is another one from Pottery Barn, and these sconces are from a company called Cedar and Moss that I have used a lot of times over the years, and they really make beautiful things, and they've just come out with these ceramic sconces. I have to say, I'm really getting tired of the kind of typical globe on a brass arm fixture that we've seen so much of in the past few years. Kind of everyone carries one. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, is this, which has the white globe. Here it's got it on both sides. Sometimes it happens just on one side. I know a lot of people still love this sconce. Here's another one right here. But as a designer, you kind of start getting bored of the things you've seen for a long time and want to find something new. Although I do love how Cedar and Moss has taken this idea and now they're doing these beautiful, more handmade sort of ceramic backings onto that idea. So this is just a beautiful kind of half round sconce, and it gives a little bit of a modern twist. And then I thought these were really pretty. These sconces have this little floral pattern and then kind of the burnished brass that comes up with a little frosted bulb, and I thought those would be really pretty against the rattan as well. Another thing is this rattan could certainly be painted if we wanted to bring in some color, which could be really fun with either one of these sconces. So I'm really kind of liking this look. These are some other sconces I really love by a company called Huey, and they again are ceramic. This one is called Pebble and this one is called Prairie, and this is a mirror from CB2. And I don't know that I like all this darkness, but what I liked is that I can paint this mirror, or we could sand down the wood and whitewash the mirror. And then I like the idea that these were wood pieces as well. I love these little top knobs on them. So I think this could make for a really nice composition on the wall. Then coming over here, this is a little more fun. This is the Hudson mirror from Anthropologie. Again, I kind of like this light wood, but it could be painted. And this is the Swift from Cedar and Moss, which is kind of picking up on that idea of the round. And then this is one from CB2. It is actually a polished nickel. It is a metal. You can certainly mix metals. And it's a little bit of a modern, more minimalistic, but I really love the side detailing of it, which you don't get on in the straight image, but of course as you're walking into your bathroom you would see it. And then this is another one from Thomas O'Brien at Circa Lighting, because I thought it was nicer just to do something more minimalist altogether. So as you can see, we've got lots of different options here, and we'll see where this takes us. I'll present it to the client and hopefully she'll like some of it, and she may not like the combinations that I put together, but maybe one sconce really speaks to her, one mirror really speaks to her, and then I can kind of take it from there and keep moving through the house. So I think it's all looking really great. Exciting. All right, so working on this new clinic design. Malina did the preliminary layout. So I'm gonna look it over and see if we need any edits or what we're gonna do here.
Yeah, so for some context, This is the plan that we worked on in the meeting, kind of using some of the existing walls. Okay. So I kept this corner of existing walls.
Okay.
And the bathroom as well.
Okay. So, and then one of the biggest things is that they service both adults and kids. And so there needs to be like a central, and then also like a kids go on one side, adults go on the other. But they have to check out and check in.
Yeah,
in the same place. Okay.
Allowing the employees to be in one place, but the patients to be separate. So
okay.
With this one, this would be the main entrance since it has both elevator and stairs.
Right.
And then it would split with this side being pediatric and this side being for adults, with 2 separate waiting rooms and a pharmacy included over here in the corner. One thing they really did want was a bathroom in the waiting room, so having access to this without having to go back through the clinic.
Right.
This would be the central nurses station.
Okay, let me stop you real quick. Are these windows here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think automatically, that pharmacy piece needs to get itself somehow interior.
Okay.
Because Right, the pharmacy's gonna have those huge built-ins, and I don't wanna put those in front of the window.
The other idea I'd had when I had switched around
Yeah.
a couple times was having it up against this wall here.
Okay,
So it was still separate from
that's a good
the
idea.
clinic.
Okay, except then I guess we box out,
Yeah, you kind of push the waiting room back.
because this is window too.
Um,
Okay, yeah, I just think,
yeah, and that was one question I did have throughout it. So some of the existing walls ended in a window. So I just kind of kept with that since the sizing of these exam rooms were
so these are existing.
no.
Oh, those are new.
Yeah, so I was wondering, like, do they need to end on this?
It's
brick?
better.
Yeah, that's what. So I like would start them and then based on sizing. So
Yeah.
what
What if the exam room, does it work any better if it looks like you have a long dimension this way? Does it work any better if it goes that
Yeah.
way? Okay, so maybe that gets elongated. But that being said, I'm advocating for use of this space.
Yeah, and then I wanted to keep the lab more central since it'll be used by both sides.
That's really nice. So you have lab here, lab bathroom here.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really nice. Okay, so I'm wondering if this is like sick room,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is just a large waiting room. I haven't solved anything else yet.
That was what I was trying to figure out, was do like 4 waiting. You want a pediatric waiting room, then sick pediatric waiting room, adult and adult waiting, like sick waiting room. The nurses kept saying like separate waiting rooms was the one thing.
I mean, it could be as simple as like maybe that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. Just like something to.
Delineate, whereas here
Yeah.
you've got like the toys for the kids, and this is adults.
Yeah, I think something like that would be great.
But I mean, obviously your overall scheme of like a double loaded, center stuff is great. Okay, and then the other thing you're gonna need to look at is your first project. You can look at some code stuff.
Good.
So usually what happens is we definitely know that you're going to need 2 exits, and the rule in the code is that you take the diagonal of the space, okay, and you divide that in 3, and then once you get this distance, I think that there's 2 things. The exits have to be no less than 1/3 apart. Then there's also a travel distance. So say you're this person here. This person has to go here to here. And then right now they had to do this, right?
Right.
To get to and I don't know what that distance is. I don't remember if this is sprinklered or not, but it's a different distance whether it's sprinklered or whether it's not sprinklered. Versus it may help us if this person only has to do
Right.
that. Okay, another thing I'm seeing quickly is these are not ADA compliant.
Yeah, I was just checking the doors. I was like,
Okay, so yeah, so you're gonna have to pull up and also remember we've got a door jamb. So usually, I try to leave at least 4 inches, if not 6.
Okay.
Okay, and then you've got that. And when you do the ADA thing, and like I can tell this isn't ADA because you need 5 feet here.
okay. Yeah, I think I checked all of these, all the exam rooms. That's right.
Yeah, I can tell you have the pull side but you're gonna have to go through the bathroom
Okay.
sections of ADA because this isn't working for you. But I mean, your general like layout idea, I mean, super clean, super like organized.
Thank you.
Okay. Good job.
Sounds good.
We're at Delta Flooring, and I'm picking out carpet for the stairs at the Yacht Club, which I'm going to show you too what we're doing in their lobbies because it's very resimercial, if you were. That's kind of the new buzzword of having a commercial space feel more like a home. But on the stairs, I'm using some really nice wool, custom colored and custom patterned carpet for most of the spaces, and we've already done the dining room. And so I've got these little pom-poms of the colors that we're using, and this is how you pick out colors for carpet rugs, is that you pick out a series of these little pom-pom things, they call them palms, and that's how you create the colors in your carpet. And then you get a strike off from the company and decide whether or not that's what you want. So these are the colors for some of the carpet, and these are colors for the dining room carpet.
What's a strike off?
A strike off is when they do a sample of the colors and the patterns, so you actually get a piece about this big of the actual carpet, because you start with just an image file that they send you. You okay that, and then they give you the strike off. So this is the colors we used up in the dining room, which are so pretty. Not sure about this, but Brenton's is the company that helps me with this and put it together. That's where we get the carpet from. It actually comes from England, and it's wool. It's what you see in most all hotels and big space like that. It wears really, really, really well. But on the stairs, because this has kind of a thick pile, that when the carpet turns down a stair tread, what happens is these threads, let's see, this one's a little more out, these threads open up, and so it really wears down the thread and you get problems with the carpet. So we had to come look at more commercial based carpet. Delta's going to be installing all of it, and they've got all the commercial samples. But unfortunately, what's happening in the world of commercial carpet these days is everything's looking like this majorly like kind of deconstructed, and you get those nylon loops. It may not be nylon, but it feels like nylon. And even when they try to do things like take an old damask pattern, you get this kind of like, again, it's deconstructed, right? Like it's like pattern, not pattern. Sorry, not sorry type thing. And so we were looking through all these, and there's tons of them, right? When they first started all this, they said it was supposed to look like nature, like this is the water or the ground or the whatever. And it's great for certain spaces, mainly office space, but even offices are going resimercial. So I felt like the best thing for the yacht club in redesigning the stair is to use this thick, heavier pile, which is a nylon, but it feels much more like a wool than it does like a nylon, because you've got, it's not looped, it's cut. And so we were looking at these colors, and given the fact that we were so hemmed in by, this was kind of it, I had the idea that would be fun is to take a blue and to take a gray, a lighter gray, and mix them so that we can come down the stairs with the darker color and then do a border of the lighter color, and thus kind of make our own pattern. So that's where we are. All right, thanks for watching, y'all.